IHeartEveryone here with more Dr. Dekker, and we have finished chatting with everyone. So, we shall continue.
David Hunt, I can change my skin. Then skins. Dr. Dekker dated his patients. I had a hot date. We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did phone on Valentine's Day and asked me for Nathan's number. There was a girl there. Am I wrong to keep the locket? I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I? He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since.
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
Where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
I really like
Oh,
those
Doctor,
intro
you
things.
surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force?
No.
It's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire.
Oh.
Put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping. You know, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, hug. I like hugs. Hugs are sweet. Spiked. Alright. Oh, we've got Professor Warwick. Hello? Guys got a book. Let's see, I want to check out the, let's check out crime scene report. Crime scene report summary. February 14th, 2017. Title, Doctor. First name. Does not have a first name. He's just Dr. Dekker. Position of victim. The victim was located in his office, seated on a chair behind the desk, soaked in blood with an obvious chest wound. Possible murder weapons. Paper spike, desk accessory, 150 millimeters long, protruding from the approximate region of the victim's heart. Coroner's initial findings. Coroner? Time of death. Estimated from liver temperature measurements to be between 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. on February. Note the victim's body was reportedly discovered at 10:20 on that date. Okay. Exsanguination due to punctuation of the left anterior descending coronary artery. Death would have occurred within minutes after the stab, I guess. That's all I can look at. Alright. Then Claire's our support. To the best of my knowledge, the statement is true. I understand I may be prosecuted if I stated anything that I know to be untrue. Signed. Signature. 20-40 hours on Tuesday, 8th November. Myself and PC9 man, there's so many official words here. Concerning report disturbance. Arrived at the address, knocked on front door, but there was no reply. When we examined the rear of the property and gained entry through insecure patio doors, we entered the property through the door, and I announced myself by shouting, "Police!" but did not hear any response. We searched the premises. Upon entering the dining room, I saw a female seated next to a man who was lying on the ground. The man did not appear to be conscious. Both persons were drenched in blood, and there was a substantial amount of blood on the carpet, walls, and furniture. And also what appeared to be a steak knife on the floor, which was also covered in blood. At this point, I asked the woman to put her hands on her head, which she did. PC Holt secured the female while I checked the man for signs of life, but found none. I asked PC Holt secured the female while I checked the man for signs of life, but found... I'm bad at reading! I asked the woman her name, and she identified herself to me as Claire Castleford. I asked if she knew the dead man, and she said he was her husband, David Castleford. I asked what had happened, and she said that she had killed him. Following a search by P.C. Holt, which revealed no other persons present at the house, I said to Castleford at 20:52 hours, "You are under arrest on suspicion of murder." I then cautioned her and placed her in the back of a police car for transportation to Weston Park Police Station, where I revealed the circumstances of the arrest to PC, who authorized her. Okay. I got notes. The arrest report says Claire killed David. I've underlined some things to ask her about. I wonder if Bryce buried David. Ooh, what happened with Ben? Asked Patience about the paper spike. Too much to do today. Yeah, it's a lot. Alright. Well, like usual, we will go from bottom down. So we will start by talking with Professor Warwick here. Alright. Start off with a good hello.
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr. Dekker?
He'd be dead. Dekker be dead.
Is he really? Actually dead?
He should be.
Not a worthy adversary after all, then?
Day tripper. Adversary. Is that spelt right? Hopefully.
Dr. Dekker challenged me. He tried to use my theories against me. Quantum theories.
Quantum theories.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Dekker's eyes used to glaze over whenever we talked about that. He didn't believe in quantum physics. As if it's something that you can optionally believe in. Well, it started with an experiment.
Schrodinger's cat. Experiment.
Have you heard of quantum suicide, Doctor?
Yeah, but I don't remember what it is. Quantum suicide. I feel like I'm spelling quantum wrong every time.
I don't know.
How do I spell quantum?
Do you really want to know? Dekker's eyes used to glaze over whenever we talked about that. He didn't believe in quantum physics.
No, I'm spelling it right.
As if it's something that you can optionally believe in.
Let's see, yes, I've heard of quantum suicide.
Well, then I'll be brief. According to the laws of quantum suicide, if I were to shoot myself now, then one branch of my timeline would result in my death, whilst the other in my continued existence. I simply applied that logic to something different.
Something different? Different?
Gambling. I set up an experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at the roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability, but then I changed a parameter.
Changed a parameter?
Quantum suicide required a loss of life to make it a realistic thought experiment. So I simply upped the stakes. Now, every time I bet on odd, I would place everything I had on that one spin of the wheel, and it worked for a while.
For a while.
Dr. Dekker killed it,
Ooh.
and I can't get it back.
Dr. Dekker killed it?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Can't get it back?
Well, my theory, quantum gambling. If the stakes are high enough, you will win every time by simply shifting your consciousness into that branch that wins. It's tricky, but it can be done. And Dr. Dekker didn't like that. He saw me becoming rich and powerful, and he hated that. That's why he proffered the hangman's paradox.
Hangman's paradox? Is that what he said?
Well, imagine a judge sentences you to death. Now, it will be Monday or Tuesday next week. But it will be a surprise. Well, which day do you think you'll be executed?
I think I will be executed on Tuesday. Oh, shoot, the spider. God darn it. Why? Why must you sneak up on me? Can you please go? Can you please go somewhere else? I don't... Oh, God. Look, you crawl. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, my God. Please just hide. Hide down in that corner forever. I think I'll be executed on Tuesday. Yep.
Well, it can't be Tuesday, because if you're still alive on Monday at midnight, then you know you'll be executed on Tuesday, so it won't be a surprise. Conversely, it can't be Monday either, because, well, you'll be expecting it to be Monday by deduction. Hence, the paradox.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker tricked me.
Tricked you? I'm nervous about the spider.
He told me that sometime in the future I would lose a bet, that I would lose all of my money. Now, this didn't seem likely because I had quantum gambling on my side and it was working. But he unnerved me. He made me doubt myself.
No.
And then it happened. Recently, I lost everything that I'd managed to build up since Vanessa left me.
Oof. Oh wow, there's no follow-up there? I'm still gonna ask about Vanessa.
We were married for 14 years, 7 months, and 3 days. Vanessa couldn't have children. At least that's what she told me. She grounded me in reality. I'm not complaining. It's probably what I needed. Part of me always thought one day I'd achieve immortality through science and beauty. It wasn't to be, though.
It wasn't to be?
I don't really know what you're getting at.
Okay. Let me look at that
We were
again.
married for 14 years, 7 months, and 3 days. Vanessa.
Alright,
couldn't have
children.
At least that's what she told me. She grounded me in reality. I'm not complaining. It's probably what I needed. Part of me always thought one day I'd achieve immortality through science and beauty. It wasn't to be, though.
Alright, so first I'll ask about children. Children?
Well, yes, it bothered me. Especially now that I find out that she's pregnant. Oh, no, it wasn't a rocket scientist that was required, but a brain surgeon, it seems. I have considered putting that neurosurgeon onto his darkest timeline.
Ooh.
I'm not a killer. It would seem.
It would seem. Okie doke. No follow-ups there. Well, what was I gonna... Oh yeah, immortality. Immortality?
Maybe if you ask me that in a parallel universe, I actually know the answer.
I like this guy because I'm just very fond of parallel universes and all that jazz. Alright, something different.
Gambling.
Could ask
I
about
set up
that.
an experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at the roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability, but then I changed a parameter.
Alright. I'll ask about gambling.
Why not gambling? My wife Vanessa left me for a neurosurgeon. She emptied our entire combined wealth into her barrister's wallet. I needed more money. Physics provided me with a solution.
Doesn't look like there's a follow-up there. Let me ask about the neurosurgeon. Frick. How do I spell words? Surgeon? Is that one word or two words?
I'm not aware of that.
Okie doke. Alright, let's see, but can't get it back.
Well, my theory, quantum gambling. If the stakes are high enough, you will win every time by simply shifting your consciousness into that branch that wins. It's tricky, but it can be done. And Dr. Dekker didn't like that. He saw me becoming rich and powerful, and he hated that. That's why he proffered the hangman's paradox.
Let's see, alright. Rich and powerful.
Honestly? Well, I think he feared quantum physics. He didn't like things being explained in terms of science. Almost as if he'd have preferred chaos.
Chaos. No follow-up. I might ask anyway. Chaos?
Are you sure that question's for me?
Could be for anyone, I guess. Let's see. Where were you on Valentine's Day?
I was at a fundraiser for a charity called Mind Stretch Outreach.
Oh, hey.
Don't know how I got roped into that. I can't remember. But it was full of very clever children with bizarre outlooks on life. And Jaya.
Jaya.
It was Jaya who asked me to go.
Okay. Jaya?
Oh, she's Dr. Dekker's lovely assistant. I imagine she's your lovely assistant now. Yeah, she always smiles and makes me a cup of tea before a session. Smile. Which reminds me, my session. Can we talk about my problem now?
Your problem?
You remind me of Dr. Dekker. He always used to ask me questions I didn't know the answer to.
Want to talk about your problem. What is your problem?
I'm not a gambler, Doctor. I'm a scientist. I need more money. It's true I've run out of money for my research. An opportunity has arisen.
An opportunity.
A very wealthy group of individuals have offered to pay me a very large sum of money if I attend their next private soiree. They don't want to talk or anything like that. They want a practical demonstration.
Demonstration?
They'll pay me £1 million if I can successfully survive 6 rounds of Russian roulette.
Oh.
Now, I am worried because of what Dr. Dekker said, but, well, can't help but thinking that the stakes are so high I can't possibly lose. What do you think, Doctor? Should I take them up on their offer?
I mean, you need money, but money ain't worth anything if you're dead. I'm gonna say no. You can find other ways to get money. No. You shouldn't take them up on their offer.
No, I suppose you're right. In a darker timeline, you probably said yes and I'm dead now.
Oh,
I earn good money where I
kind of
work.
want to see that
I
timeline.
risk losing it.
I have curiosity, of course, not because I want to see him dead. Sorry, I missed the last part because I was talking.
No, I suppose you're right. In a darker timeline, you probably said yes and I'm dead now. I earn good money where I work. How do I stop losing it?
Losing it?
Nope. I think you're gonna have to Google that.
Google. How do you stop losing it?
I take your point. But I suppose to decide whether to continue gambling or to stop gambling is a gamble within itself, isn't it? Well, my time is up.
I don't think
will
so.
we be having another session or... No, don't answer that. It'll turn you into a gambler like me. Infectious. Isn't it?
Wait, don't leave. I still got questions to ask you. Oh no, he's actually gone. No, wait, I didn't finish talking to him. Aw, shoot. Aw, no. Can I go back? Is there a way for me to go back? There were follow-ups that I was ignoring until like I got stuck. Shoot. Oh man. Continue.
At midnight each day.
On David Hunt's.
I think I just gotta live with that. Dang it. Didn't think we could actually just leave. I'll have to be careful about that, I guess. Oh, I guess I'll just talk to Jaya now. Jaya is how I pronounce her name, correct? Yeah, it's Jaya. Hello?
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it.
Why did I ask for
Suppose
it?
you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
No. Why? Home visits?
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Oh, I got notes. I should ask Mariana about Dekker's home visits. Alright. Right where you can see me.
Checks and balances, Doctor. Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not hindering.
Hindering.
He probably did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things.
Lose sight of things.
I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His curiosity just got the better of him. There was a definite turning point.
Turning point. Boop.
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better.
We'll see. Misjudged.
There's just a lot of crazy flying around, Doctor. Don't catch any of it.
Okay. Let's take a look at home visits.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
No, I am not thinking of doing the same thing.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. What would I just say, Mariana?
That's a strange question to ask. Are you feeling alright, Doctor?
I'll just go to hello.
I'm fine. I'm ready for...
Let's talk about grief counseling.
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
How do you feel today? That's a lot of E's. There we go. Oh, what? Same as hello. Okay.
I'm fine. I'm ready.
Wait. I want to do this one.
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
Well, I did, but... sounds like somebody being whipped.
Oops, that was a strange thing to say, wasn't it? Quipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already.
Let's ask about Ben.
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
Practitioner. Let me...
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing.
What he saw.
He thought he saw a creature coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Alright, no follow-ups there. Let's go back to hello.
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's...
Alright. Mariana's address.
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's
Well,
all
I
right.
didn't.
I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them.
No follow-up there. Alright.
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now?
Home visits. Oh. Well, let me check that.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see.
Let's see. Couldn't concentrate properly.
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you want to see them.
Yes, I would like to see them.
I don't know.
Okay, I've got you. Yes, I would like to see the videos.
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor?
Yeah,
Perhaps you should check them?
I have. Alright, let me look at that down.
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you
Home
want
sessions.
to see them.
Footage from their home sessions. Footage from their home sessions.
That's not something I...
Alright. Yes, I would like to see the footage from their home sessions.
That was a joke, Doctor.
Oh,
I guess we found our level.
well then. I was really curious about that. Alright, take a look at this
Yes,
again.
Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Let's see,
Yes.
whoops, let me do that. Doing the same thing.
I don't know everything. I know most things, but not everything.
Okay. Let's see. Dekker had a crush on Mariana.
I think you'll find there's more than one question there, Doctor.
Alright, crush.
Nope.
Okay. Dr. Dekker. Oh, that's a love
No.
case. Dr. Dekker.
Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me. We had a connection. It's gone now, though. Can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway.
Connection with the dead.
Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Competition? Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Stronger connection.
Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor?
No, I haven't read that book.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis, and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
I have notes. What is psychokinesis? Okay. What is psychokinesis?
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
I don't know what that means. You gotta look that again.
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Alright, telepathy.
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
I'm not really good at that. Pinpoint what I should ask here.
All those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Okay. Approach.
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away?
Is she asking, like, how I have been approaching them, or how I think I should approach them? Sometimes those are different things.
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them?
Alright, so first I'll ask about it. Encourage them.
To deepen their affliction? Oh, I wouldn't.
Oh shoot, it doesn't have any more follow-ups. Does that mean I just chose to, well, That's not exactly... Because I don't want to encourage their powers. But whatever, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, alright. Let's
In
check out
Cult
that.
of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable.
Everyone is capable?
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Someone had been sending them.
It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
No follow-up to that. Let's take a look at this
No,
again.
not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Let's see. Specifically looking for them? Alright. How did that start again?
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been...
Let's see. Not in your experience?
You're overthinking things. You don't need to ask me that.
Okay. Just asking questions. Let's see. How many patients had psychokinesis? God, spelling is hard. Kinesis.
Most of the patients you're seeing have claimed some kind of psychokinesis. If you don't think that's the case, then they just haven't told you yet.
Yeah. Got a lot of superpowers going on. Let's see. No follow-ups there. Alright, but book one, In Connection with the Dead, also has oranges. Home visits and hello. Let's go with Connection with the Dead.
Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Valentine's?
I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Oh, she's Amber. Alright, we'll end the episode off there then, and we'll finish Jaya off in the next episode, and start doing Brycey boy. Can't wait to see how Bryce has been dealing with life. Anyway, see you in the next episode. Bye!